Hey guys, welcome to the Homestead. So today we're going to talk about the war on meat continues. Bill Gates wants you to drink worm milk. But before we get into that, there's been a number of things that are continuing to happen to slowly, it seems like, purposely degrade the meat industry. Just the meat industry by itself, and all these things happening with rising cost. There was a thing that I saw posted over at Twitter today showing the rising cost for July 4th, because today is July 4th. The July 4th inflation that's happening right now for people who are deciding to barbecue. There's an ant crawling on my phone. He may run across the camera. I don't know. He's just running circles around the phone. Anyway, all that to say, there is massive inflation still happening. Oh, well, it's not massive, but it's still going up. The prices are still going up. The cost of things are still going up. Everything is still going up. It may be going up at a slower rate, but it's still going up. And so these numbers were published today. I think some government agency or somebody put out from the government that it's only going to cost, for a barbecue, a July 4th barbecue of 10 people, it should only cost you about $70 to enjoy that day, to enjoy that afternoon. Do you really think you could buy enough food and drink for 10 people for $70 for a July 4th barbecue? That's absolutely insane. Okay, that was one thing. Then I saw this video today of this meat packer. I'm sorry, he was a rancher, and he was talking about the meat packers. The 4 big meat packers in the country are raising their prices in such a way that it's not going to allow all of these ranchers to make money. They're seriously reducing the amount of money that these ranchers can make, and what's the effect of this is going to be is to put these ranchers out of business.
The big 4 packers are killing the American cattle industry right now. Projected by August, each cattle rancher that is selling their animal is going to be making $30 less per 100 pounds on that market-ready animal. The American cattle rancher makes about 30% of every dollar earned on that animal. With this going to be set in place, this is going to take us down into the 20s. This is going to be a real scary place for the American cattle rancher. If they can't make a profit or make a living off of what they're selling, their ranches are going to be put up for sale. This is a way that they're going to be trying to force us out. And not only that, the corrupt thing is they're going to be marking everything up $30 to every 100 pounds that they're making in return. So with that being said, guys, we need to get back to buying local, supporting our local people.
Notice what he says at the end. He's saying make relationships right now with your local rancher and farmer. Get to know these guys who raise meat. Make deals with them. Buy directly from them. Avoid the middleman. This is exactly what we have done. In fact, I'm saving up money right now because I want to be able to buy another half cow here very soon. And I want to be able to go, I'm going directly, as I have, to a grass-fed farmer rancher in my area. And because he has deals already worked out with certain butchers that he works with specifically, I can buy that animal directly from him and then pick it up from him and then transport that to freezer camp at my house. So it's like you make these relationships yourself, because if you're still buying meat at the store, I'm sorry, you're doing it wrong. All you're doing is paying more for less. The inflation is not, listen, it doesn't matter. They're going to shut these guys down eventually. They want you to eat bugs. They want you to eat maggot milk, and that's what we're going to get to next. Bill Gates has come out, this was reported about a week ago, that he has this new maggot milk. It's made from fly larvae. Let's read the story. Bill Gates launches maggot milk to feed general public. Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates has launched a new project that seeks to introduce maggot milk into the food supply of the general public. The new Ento Milk, it's called Ento Milk. Ento? Is that like, what is that? Ento Milk should replace traditional dairy milk because farming allegedly destroys the planet. The world needs alternatives to survive, the promo claims. Insects are vital for the future of food because they require very little land and won't damage the environment like livestock. Oh, I know. I drive by these vast amounts of open areas and farmland and see the cattle roaming the hills of the Ozarks, and like, gosh, they're destroying the planet. It looks absolutely horrible. They don't produce greenhouse gases. The video argues that the world is going to struggle to produce enough food for the growing population, and insects are a very viable option. Globalists insist that feeding the general public Ento milk will save the planet from climate change. Now, I know what you might be saying. You might be saying, Zach, that sounds a little bit overhyped. Is this a real story? Is this true? Is this some sort of fear-mongering you're doing? If you Google Ento milk, just Google Ento milk, here's what you come up with. Google says Ento milk is a dairy alternative made from black soldier fly larvae that's used in ice cream and other foods. The South African company Gourmet Grub produces Ento milk and uses it in their luxury ice cream, which also includes natural ingredients like honey, cocoa, spices, and peanut butter. What's the peanut butter made of? Gourmet Grub claims that Ento milk is more nutritious than cow's milk, containing more protein, iron, zinc, and calcium, and no carbs. Fine, then you eat it. They also say it's lactose-free, environmentally friendly, and more water and energy efficient to produce than dairy milk. Ladies and gentlemen, if this is where we're at, if the planet is in desperate danger and we need to resort to maggot milk, I don't care. Let the planet die. Let us all burn up. If this is where we are, where the only course of salvation is maggot milk, I'm ready to go. Give me my regular dairy milk, give me my steaks, give me my hamburger, 100% beef and lamb, and let's just go out with a bang. Because there's no way I'm going to bend this far. I'm not going to do it. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to accept my fate. I mean, seriously? If Bill Gates and these globalists are pushing this, at this point, Bill Gates and his globalist friends are now enemies of the state. They are now enemies of the people. If they're really willing to take away your milk, your real dairy, your meat, and replace it with maggot milk, you present a clear and present danger to normal humanity. You present a clear and present danger to my family. This is where we're at, ladies and gentlemen. Are you with me? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? They want to give you maggot milk. They want you to eat the bugs. Not just the bugs, but the bugs' milk. I'm ready to go. I'm ready for the world to end. Because I'd rather the world end than give up my dairy. That's where I'm at. And I'll accept that fate wholeheartedly. But I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. Leave a comment below. I can't believe this is where we are. Now, there's another video I want to put out. I'm going to put it out over at Rumble. Okay? If it's not up yet, it will be out shortly. And this is talking about a recent farm raid that I think is recent from what I heard, what I've seen. And we need to talk about this. But there's a lot of things this was pretty provocative here at YouTube, but that's going to even be more so. And I don't want to publish it here. So I'm going to publish it over at rumble.com. If you're not subscribed to my Rumble over there, link down below, find it, and then go over there and watch that video. I just think I need to say some things that this is where we're at. There's a fly buzzing around. Fly larva, go make some milk. Go milk some milk, fly. What are you doing here? Bill Gates needs you. Hey, check out our merchandise over at teespring.com. You can find our best-selling shirt, Stupid Should Hurt. If we had more hurt in this world, we'd have an awful, awful lot less people making maggot milk. See you next time at the Homestead. Bah!
In the spring of 2024, Saudi Arabia ended the long-held practice of requiring its oil to be sold in U.S. currency. And recently, governments around the world have been repatriating their physical gold from Western banks, opting instead to hold that gold within their own borders. China, meanwhile, continues to set records in terms of stockpiling its physical gold reserves, while at the same time dumping billions in U.S. treasuries. All these instances can otherwise be called indicators. Indications that the world is readying itself to participate in trade that does not involve the United States or the dollar. And at home, our banks are showing signs of a deflationary collapse, in which case the FDIC does not have a fraction of the funds on hand to ensure you can get your money should your bank fail. On the other hand, they keep telling us inflation is getting under control, but for some reason, the prices we pay day to day keep going up and products we pay for keep getting smaller. I've put a link in the description below this video that will allow you to start the process to convert money you may have already saved into precious metals that you yourself can hold. You hold it, you own it. Throughout history, precious metals have always been accepted for goods and services, even in the most chaotic of economies and war-torn countries, dating all the way back to when Alexander the Great ruled the known world. Guys, we're over $35 trillion in debt. If you're concerned, I don't blame you. ITM Trading has a well-documented history of helping people put their money into physical metals that you hold. Again, if you hold it, you own it. Hit that link below and see how ITM Trading can help you get the ball rolling towards financial sustainability. The consultation is free and there's no pressure. They will show you your options based on your concerns and goals you have for the future. By doing this, you're safeguarding wealth just like people have done successfully for literally thousands of years. You are now part of that history.
Hey guys, did you know you can become a patron of an American Homestead? They get access to private videos, and we send them gifts from the Homestead that we make here on the Homestead. And we also enter our patrons into special giveaways that are only available to them. And before you go, please check out these other great videos. Go ahead, click. I'll wait.